You're not entitled to $5,000, madam, because you didn't, as a matter of fact, turn over the craftsman to him, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
The 5,000 is comprised of, the 5,000 is for me having to hire someone to complete the job and to go over his work, as well as the lost rent and the money that I'll have to pay to have the lawn mowed.
That's ridiculous. You didn't complete your end of the contract, which was giving him $800, and the craftsman. That was the payment.
Yes.
I don't know how much the craftsman is worth. I don't care. But the contract was not fully executed. You did not fully pay him, nor did he finish the job.
Your Honor, we agreed that I would give him the craftsman upon completion of
That's fine, so he was partially paid.
Yes, he was paid the $800.
He was partially paid.
Yes, because he painted 2 rooms.
He was partially paid.
Right. I'm not sure if you're suggesting that I should have given him the craftsman despite the fact that he quit.
No, not at all. Not at all. But what I'm suggesting to you is your request is ridiculous. You want him to pay for rental that you didn't get. I mean, if you made a good deal with him to paint for the craftsman and $800, and then you had to go and hire somebody else to do the rest of the job, and that costs you $3,000, that means you made a very cheap deal with him.
Well, no, Your Honor. I have here the value of the craftsman plus the attachments, which, I mean, Your Honor, this is a $3,000 lawnmower, which we were valuing at half that, and the attachments together were around $600, which we were valuing at half that.
But you didn't give that to him.
Right, but I would have had he completed the job.
You are absolutely right. He breached the contract. He breached the contract by not completing the job. The only question is, what are your damages? He breached the contract by changing the rules in the middle of the game, by saying, I can't complete this job for the $800 plus the craftsman. I need more money. I don't have enough paint. I need another. So you had an agreement, and as a professional, he either had to suck it up and finish the job and say, next time I'm going to take my tape measure and figure out exactly what it is to paint. Or you could have said to him, listen, I'm not going to pay you any more money. That's it. I'm done. And he says, I'm walking away from this job. And he decided to walk away from the job. He breached the contract. The only question is, what are your damages?
Right. So I also want to add that in addition to the $800, I bought the supplies that he would need to paint, including the brushes and the rollers.
You hired somebody else to paint.
All of that. Right.
Okay, so let's get rid of all the other things. The lost rent that you didn't have.
Well, Your Honor, it's important, if I may interrupt, I'm sorry, that she asked me to leave, to not paint anymore.
That's false.
Well, you were asking for more money.
I had to stop asking for money at that point, and I just wanted to get the job done.
That's false.
Well, you hadn't. How long were you there?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. You 3 weeks, and you got through with maybe 20% of the job, according to you.
Your Honor, that's not correct. That's not correct.
Well, you didn't do the bedrooms. You didn't do the kitchen. You didn't do the dining room. You did one room.
The house is mostly these big rooms that are in there. There's 2 giant rooms that have a rec room, and then there's a basement downstairs that is almost 900 square feet just in the basement, and the hallway and everything.
Just a second. Did you do the downstairs, the basement?
Yes.
Did the basement?
Your Honor. Yes.
Did you do all the hallways?
Just the hallway and the basement.
Okay. Do you got where I'm going? You were there 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You breached the contract.
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
You breached the contract. The only question is what her damages are.
Okay.
Did you hire somebody else to do the job?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the full contract with that person to do the job? I just want to see, because they should have given you credit for the basement room, the basement hallway. I want to see what they charged you.
Well, actually, Your Honor, the contractor who painted the house stated that.
Don't tell me what they stated. That's hearsay.
Okay. Well, you'll see on the invoice that I have here that they repainted the basement because they didn't find Mr. McCulloch's work up to standard.
You paid him $800.
Yes.
You probably did $800 worth of work. You paint 2 rooms, $400 a room. There's no question that he worked there.
Yes, and he got paid for that.
There's no question that he worked there, and he worked.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
He worked $800 worth.
Yes, and he got that. I'm not asking for that back, Your Honor.
And that's very good. Your case is dismissed. We're done.